What's good? What's good, people? What we got going on today? It's a Saturday, a special day. And I got a special guest in the house tonight. And man, when I talk about this guest, I mean, brother, man, he done been around for a long time. Got nothing but classic, nothing but cuts. He's been around when the Houston scene was blowing up to the point where you start hearing different names, start learning what Chopped and Screwed was, start learning about different artists. This brother right here that's coming up next, he was at the forefront. He got numerous mixtapes. He's been in the booth with the best. He done been on the tracks with the best. So without further ado, we going to Houston with y'all. We got my man. We got the myth.
What's good? What's
What's up,
good?
bro?
What's going down? It's your boy Magno. You heard?
Oh
We'll
man,
go
slow
down with
motion.
it, man. How you doing, man? Yeah, chilling, man.
I'm
You know
doing
what I'm
great, bro. I
saying? How you
appreciate you
doing,
taking the
brother?
time.
Yeah,
I'm doing
man.
good, bro. I
Shoot, hey,
appreciate
my
you taking the
pleasure.
time out.
Yes, sir. My
Man,
pleasure, man.
so you born and raised in Houston. Let's start there, man. What part?
Yeah, man. That north side, man. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised on the north side, man. I was born in the Trinity Garden and then Cashmere Garden area. You know what I'm saying? Hirsch
Mm-hmm.
Road, I was around that area. Hirsch Road 610, and then Brian, when it was time to start getting into grade school, my grandfather moved the family out, out to Greens Road, man, the Greens Point area, man, further north. Yes, sir. So
So
yeah.
what was it like growing up back then? What was the dynamics and everything of Houston on the north side at that particular time growing up?
Man. At the time, man, like H-Town is a very diverse city. It's always been very diverse, but back then it probably was a little more uh it wasn't as many I guess you could say probably immigrant cultures as it is now. You know what I'm saying? Going back, I'm an old head, man, going back to, you know, early 80s or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Northside was still largely, black communities, you know what I'm saying? You got Acres Home, Fifth Ward, Studi Wood, you know, Greenspoint at the time was still kind of a new area. That was still at the time Greenspoint was almost suburban, you know what I mean? As far as how far it was, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I've never got a chance to feel the suburban part of it because by the time I got there, it was an expansion hood. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got expansion teams where they take a little bit of every other
Mm-hmm.
team and build a team. That's how Greenspoint was. It was just a little bit of everybody from every other hood because it was the promised land at the time. I could still remember, in the early to mid '80s. You know what I'm saying? It was looked at as the promised land because at the time it was the taxes was I guess you could say the economy was shot at the time. You know what I'm saying? And there was a
Okay.
lot of white flight going on. So that's what made room for a lot of the ghettos, people from the ghettos to come to Greenspoint and have a little bit better living. You know what I'm saying? And I was living in a 3-generation household. It was my grandparents, my mother, and my aunt and her children, and it was me and my mama. So you know, we
Okay.
came out here for better living. Yeah.
So um let's talk about hip hop. Who was you listening to back then that you just had to have a cassette or a album? Who was you rocking back then?
Man, hey, that Master P, bro. It ain't no secret. That Master P's always been my favorite rapper. Ghetto Dope, favorite album. You know what I'm saying? You put Ghetto
Okay.
Dope on, I'ma sing it like a church song. You feel me?
Mm.
I would sing every song on Ghetto Dope, man, like it's a old Negro spiritual. You feel me?
Right, right.
Real talk. I grew up on that Ghetto Dope, man. You know what I'm saying? That it came out,
Hmm.
right when I was old enough to drive, and that was like probably the first album I just bang, on repeat. You know what I'm saying? In the slab, man. I had an old '83 Oldsmobile '98.
What was you driving?
Yeah, thing.
What was you rocking?
Yeah, 80, yeah, 1983 Oldsmobile '98. Big wide body, wide frame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Pulling up everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yeah, banging that ghetto dope.
So for people that don't know, I mean, Ghetto Dope was cold. I still play it to this day. I mean, that was the No Limit run. I mean,
Oh yeah,
everything.
that was
You opened up the album, you looked at every new album
that
coming,
was my
it
whole
was
high
running.
school, man. That was my whole high school. That No Limit run. That was my whole high school, bro. Like for real.
Hmm.
Like I'm talking, I got in high school, like 9-5. He was already working on, he had the group TRU. They came out with True. I was already locked in with that. He
Hmm.
came out 9-6. That was still like the end of my freshman year. Ice Cream Man. I'm locked in.
Hmm.
Mr. Ice Cream Man, come on,
Facts.
bro. Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? They was going off.
Mm.
And then, the next year they came with
Oh yeah.
TRU, True to the Game. You know what I'm saying? I'm like in the 10th,
Hmm.
11th grade going in. That was my whole high school, man. You know what I'm saying? All the way to make them say, all that. That's 9-8. You know, last done 9-9. That's when I graduated. So yeah, man, Master P.
Hmm.
That's my dude.
So you was in the real north side, east, south side. I guess I want to say battle or beef because a lot of people don't understand how serious it was.
Well, really, I grew up right under them guys. Like the dudes that was really doing it was the dudes that was probably like really
Hmm.
10 years older than me. Them the dudes that are really immersed in it. But I'm old enough to remember. You know what I'm saying? I'm old enough,
Hmm.
like we still, you know, harbored the feelings because we was trying to, you know what I'm saying? We looking up to the big homies. If they don't like them, we don't like them. That type of bullshit going on, man. And
Right.
I'm sure it was the same way. I'm sure it was the same way on the other side. You know what I'm saying? It was just culture. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, but yeah, the dudes that was really immersed in it, them dudes was probably like 7 to 8, 9, 10 years older. But I remember
Okay.
being a teenager. And going to certain clubs. It was still the residue was there, but my generation is the generation that kind of squashed all them beefs because we had grew up on the South Side dudes. We were listening to the Screw tapes too. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
Hmm.
they were dissing the North on there, man. So, Swisher Highs had to be formed as a result of that. You know what I'm saying? As a response. You feel me? So, you know,
Right.
but I'm just proud of the fact that all in all, man, everybody came back together. You know what I'm saying? Because and we
Hmm.
had both sides got respect for each side. You know what I'm saying? Like, we grew up on them dudes, man. And that's the reason why we was able. My generation, I feel like when Slim and ESG did that song, and even Lil Yo
Hmm.
and C Note, you know what I'm saying, when they did that song on They Hell Broke Loose. I think all of that, our generation, and then like I say, our culture in H Town of being player, that that ended up prevailing. You know what I'm saying? We got a culture of being player. I mean, it's real street, it's real gangster, and dudes is really about that action in H Town. But more than that, you know what I'm saying? If you come player, you know what I'm saying, then there's a common ground that can be reached. You know what I'm saying? If the
Facts. Great.
respect is there and boys come player, then there's always a common ground that can be reached. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is what ultimately saves the H time and the culture. And now we back good, man. You know what I'm saying? Like H Town, I love my city, man. You know what I'm saying? I love Texas as a whole. You know what I'm saying? I just love the state. But of course, I love my city, man. And I just like how we bounce back from tragedy. The whole state
Hmm.
in this, the city, but the whole state. You know what I'm saying? No matter, we just be bouncing back, man, and that's really what's going on now with H time, man. We just trying to bounce back from this loss. with Watts. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
And
But
facts, man. Rest in peace, Watts, man.
yeah,
I met Watts a couple times, man. Real humble dude. He wasn't even like I said. If you didn't know him, you would think he was an average cat because he wasn't trying to be flashy.
yeah,
He was just cool, talking normal, taking pictures, interviews. He was cool as a fan. I'm like I said, I met him a couple times, man. I was like, okay, because you
yeah,
meet some people and they be like just Hollywood. But nah, he was a humble dude for real.
yeah. He real mild
What
mannered
made you pick
dude,
up the
man.
mic,
Real
man? Let's talk
chill.
about that.
You say what?
Facts. What made you pick up that
No,
mic?
what you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
What made you?
Shoot, man. I probably I always was jam. I always listen to music, man. I would always uh you know listen to different music, man, and I always had the rhymes in my head. But I never would.
Okay.
I never came up just rapping. I didn't start rapping till probably about I say, man, a little bit after high school, because I would always be so busy. I was busy with that ball, man. I used to like to play that basketball, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So uh, I picked up the mic after high school after I seen my hoop dreams wasn't going to go through. So when them hoop dreams didn't go through, that's when I started, you know what I'm saying? Well, let me see what this pen do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I ended up picking that up and you know what I mean? Just start working my demo. I went and recorded me a demo on, you know, oddly enough on the south side because I couldn't find a public, you know what I'm saying,
Mm.
studio. Everybody's studio was just for their label. So I was able to find
Okay.
one on the south side. You know what I'm saying? I went over there off of Cullen and I was able to find one on the south side. And after I made my demo, I just started passing it around. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I ran into
Mm-hmm.
I would pass it around in my community college. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I ran into uh, T. Ferris. You know what I'm saying? And that's actually who discovered me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it like when your first day at Swisher House, what was that like? Or going in the studio with them, what was that like?
Man, the first day there, man, I was very nervous, man, because aside from doing my demo, I really didn't have a whole lot of studio I ain't have a whole lot of studio experience. So I was real nervous, man. And Swisher House is I had already been a fan and been listening to Swisher House. I was already a fan of Watts. I was a fan, just of the whole movement. So it was kind of surreal even being there. So I ain't gonna lie, I was very nervous, man. But I went in there, I went in there and knocked my verse out. And man, Watts, he always been
Excuse
a
me, we got
tough critic.
technical difficulty going on. This internet is acting all the way up, man. Just bear with us, man. My man to be coming back to finish telling the stories and what's going down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all always tune in. We back in action. Spotlight Podcast running and doing what it do. We got Imperial Brand coming up. Got the clothing line. We doing that. Shout out to Carolina May. My man, there he is. Magno back in the building. What's good?
What it do, man? What's
Man,
going
what was you
down,
saying?
man? Where I left off at. You can hear me?
You left off being nervous first day at Swisher House. I can hear everything you're saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man.
First
So
day
I
at
was just
Swisher
a little
House.
nervous, man. Yeah, that was my first day in the Swisher House, man. Man, I was very nervous, man. You know what I'm saying? Up until that point, I didn't have a whole lot of studio experience. So, man, getting up in there, I was very nervous. I was a big fan of Watts, big fan of the whole movement. And it was, like I said, it just felt very
Mm-hmm.
surreal even being there. So by me, uh, just being in person with Watts, it was very intimidating, you know what I'm saying? But I was able to get through it, you know what I mean? And Watts
Mm-hmm.
end up, helping me and giving me a lot of pointers. And my main thing I had problem with was the delivery, was just trying to get my delivery right, and that's Watts used to work with me on that, man. And yeah, I
Okay.
just remember thinking like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? It was on to a new beginning.
A lot of people don't realize Swisher House has different tiers. Like a lot of people when they hear Swisher House, they think of the main people. But let's talk about the roster back then. When you came in the door, who was all on the roster at that particular point in time?
When I came in, I came in like around late '01, and at the time it was just guys were still there because Big Tiger had just dropped his album. I came to wreck,
Okay.
so Tiger was there, and I remember, I went to a show. I actually I actually had to drive for Lil Yo and J Dog, so they were still
Okay.
down. You know what I'm saying? It was at the time it was a few people still down, but they was kind of starting their own labels. It was, and I came in the middle of a little turmoil and transition. You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
those guys, they was definitely there. Archie Lee was there. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't see them as much because, like I said, everybody was kind of going on to their own, transition and starting their own labels. But
Okay.
yeah, man, when I came in, Mike probably came in maybe probably about 3 months afterwards, and we just started I guess you could say the new regime. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I was kind of like the beginning of, the tier that me and Mike would be in, and that was right after, probably Power Wall and Chameleon. They probably was the you know, last two that was in before me and Mike, end up coming through. So like you say, it was a bunch of tiers, bunch of different
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could say, just the eras, you know what I'm saying? Different
Right.
eras. Cause after me, Kuda Bang and, you know,
Mm-hmm.
Lil Young, The Real, Fellow further down. So yeah, man, and all of us cool, man. We still be collabing.
Was Stug still there? Or he already had left.
Who that?
Slim Thug
Thug.
was he still there? Or he already left.
I think by that time, Thug had started Boss Hog Outlaw. But one
Mm-hmm.
thing about Thug, like you say, man, hey, ain't shit changed. Still represents Swisher Eyes. He
Mm-hmm.
always came back. So it was like it was like he never left, man. Like, you know, he was still there. You know what I'm saying? He was still in the mix. Like whenever Watts dropped something, he gonna come back to the lab and come drop on it. And really,
Okay.
really, that helped me and Mike out a lot too. You know what I'm saying? Because, Slim, when it comes to the top dudes like Slim, Lil Yo, Tight Pick, you know, Archie Lee, you know what I'm saying? If you could get on the track with them dudes back then, dude, that was like the alley oop of a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? So Slim
Mm-hmm.
used to come back and jump on tracks and shoot, he'll jump on tracks with me and Mike. It's tracks like that. You still can go pull them up on YouTube to this day. That shit got like 1 million views, like like straight up. You know what I mean? I'm like, shit, that's probably my third or fourth flow ever, and
Mm-hmm.
got over 1 million views. So it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I got introduced to Swisher House. I'm from the Midwest, so we had to go to the mom and
Yeah,
pop stores to get that. And I remember I walked in and there was a bunch of posters, and I see it was the one Mike was sitting inside, looked like some steps, holding a Swisher House chain hanging
yeah,
from his leg
yeah,
or something.
yeah. Bobbing on the ground.
So
Yeah,
boom, I seen that, and this little kid, he was like, let me get that Mike Jones. Dude kept saying who, so it caught my attention. I'm like, man, why you playing with that little kid like? They like, bro, you ain't hip. So I got the album, got the first round draft pick, and I'm like, okay, these boys from Texas. I ain't seen no video though, but this is jumping. So
yeah,
as you get to riding around, I'm playing it all day. Everybody getting like it, so they getting hip to the names. They hitting the mom and pops, and then it was like I moved to Atlanta, and they was already hip to Swisher House, Swisher Blast. So they was playing the
yeah,
mixtapes, and you ain't hip to this. I'm like, nah, bro. And it was like it went from there. Now my question is, where did it get bumpy? Because when it blew, where was Magno? Where was
yeah.
Magno? Because when you talk about Swisher House, you talk about
Hmm.
the tiers. You're in the history books. There's no way around that. And then when you talk about the platinum status and the videos and the features, where was Magno? What happened with Magno? Like on
Yeah,
the other mixtapes, let me think of the one I want to say. You the name ain't on there. So what happened, bro? Where did the lines get blurry at?
yeah, man. So, like right after I did Collection Plate, or really a little bit before that, right after we did, I say we did first round draft picks, and then he dropped that one, the one you talking about when he was on the steps. That's balling on the ground. He ended up
Mm-hmm.
dropping that. He dropped that on Watt's birthday,
Okay.
June 7th, and that was like going right into the summer.
Okay.
So when he dropped that, by him dropping that, that was he used that as a catalyst for him to do solo shows. So now, mind
Mm.
you, we dropped first round draft picks in February 25th. So of '03, 2003. So like I say, he probably waited about 3, 4, January, February, March, April, May, June. Boom, that's like 3, 4 months. You know what I mean? And he dropped his solo, which is cool. But then once he started doing the solo shows, it left me at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Because he was like, well, hey, I'm gonna go do solo shows. I was still in the mode of promoting the album. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days,
Mm-hmm.
man, you'll promote an album. I know this is, if anybody listening, y'all probably remember is, back in this is over 20 some years ago. Back in them days, you'll promote an
Mm-hmm.
album a year, 2 years. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? You'll run it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know nowadays albums 7, 8, 10 tracks, 12 tracks. Back then, the album had 25 tracks. So you can push
Mm-hmm.
this album for 2 years straight. People would drop an album, twice in 5 years back then. I know it sounds crazy
Mm-hmm.
compared to these times, youngsters, but that's how it was. So, by
Facts.
him doing that, by him, coming out with with his solo, it's kind of cutting the promo off for our album. So, and then him going to do the solos, you know, that's leaving me at the crib. So, which I wasn't tripping, but at the same time, it was just a conflict of interest because, this album is way more important than this mixtape that we rapping on other beats. You know what I'm saying? Other people beats. We had to pay for these
Right.
beats that you know what I'm saying? We need to,
Mm-hmm.
so what ended up happening was, man, in the midst of all of that, because we was having a little thing, trying to, and it's just growing pains, looking back, you start off as a group that nobody know, and then hey, now you trying to figure out, he definitely was more popular. So I didn't mind a 60-40 split, but it was starting to get to where he wanted to be almost unfair with the shit. You feel me? So we couldn't
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So him and T Ferris just started booking him on shows by himself, you know. And then I started having to book my own shows because I was getting left out just waiting on, because I got a manager. I'm waiting on them to tell me when, hey, got a show. That wasn't happening.
Right.
They catching a bird, getting showed, getting bread, doing what they do. So it got to the point to where I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I gotta, I'm not no, for one, I ain't no hater. I ain't finna knock your paper. I'm just finna go get me some. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the north side, West Greens
Mm-hmm.
Road. That's all I know. That's all they do around here. You feel me? They gonna get them some paper, man. You feel me? And that's just how I'm raised. So I'm not finna sit and watch you get it. I'm finna get to it. And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up hollering at Watts, like, hey man,
Okay.
and I'm hollering at Watts like, hey, he got his solo going. Shoot, what's up on my solo? I need to drop me a solo so I can have something to grind. And that's when I came out with Collection Plate. But to answer your question, from that, we couldn't come to an agreement on how to split the shows. That's when
Mm-hmm.
the split came. And then from there, end up getting the deal. I was still a part of the deal. I was still on the label whenever Swishahouse signed the deal. But in the midst of, like I say, the turmoil, him and in the midst of all that, him and Chameleon had got into it. That's where the mixtape Messiah thing come in. And,
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of that happening, right before that happened, I had went over there to do I jumped on the bootlegger special. It was a tape that he dropped in only in
Okay.
Cleveland, Ohio. It was just,
Mm.
specifically for Cleveland, Ohio. And I had went and jumped on it or whatever. And then probably about 2-3 weeks after that, boom, we dropped the mixtape Messiah. He never, when I was in the studio, laying my flow down, he never talked nothing about, doing, the diss tape or nothing. He was just asking me why Mike didn't have me on the road with him. He was just saying how crazy it was, And Chameleon being my mentor, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't out of place for him to,
Mm-hmm.
be wondering that. He was kind of getting on me, like, hey, where you at? So, but
Right.
I
Right.
think it was taken the wrong way, from the camp that, because it's like it just looked funny, I guess, right after that happened. And then you got this triple disc coming out. It looked like I'm over here pillow talking when that was nothing of the sort. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Facts.
you know, so that's what was so crazy. It just, but like I say, everybody cool now. I be seeing, shoot, Mike and Cam, they be on shows together. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, me and Mike, we ain't got no problems. Cam, it's still, I ain't seen Cam in years, but it's still love, honor, and respect. So, shoot, it's all love. And then, especially with Watts gone, man, shoot,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he want nobody having any problems with each other. So I think we should honor that too. You know what I mean? Like just keep it player, But as far, like I said, I don't mind
Yeah.
speaking on it because
100%.
it's just, yeah, it happened. You know what I'm saying? So I don't mind speaking on it because it's history. And shoot, I'm gonna speak the
Right.
truth. You feel me? I'm at least my truth. You feel me?
As you should, bro. I mean, and we ain't sneak dissing. We're just having a conversation, bro. And like I said, on the outside
Oh
looking in,
yeah,
because if people don't realize this, we gonna go back in time. It wasn't no internet. I
yeah,
think
for sure.
MySpace might have just started popping off, or Mocha Space, one of them. So to the
Yeah,
untrained eye, or I'm gonna say on the outside looking in, it looked like you and Mike was tight. I didn't know you and Chameleon was tight until tonight. How many years ago was that?
yeah,
You
man.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Cam show
I
love.
thought it
See the
was
thing about it.
y'all two that was
Oh
about
no, see,
the double powerhouse
yeah,
coming
see,
out. But then it was just like, okay,
yeah. See now what it was,
say that
man.
again.
Paul Wall and Chameleon showed me and Mike a lot of love coming in the game, man. They let us open up for them on a lot of shows. And they, took us on the road a couple of
Okay.
times. And, like that's where that bond came from. And, I used to talk on the phone with Cam, you know what I'm saying? You like just getting the understanding for the game. You know what I'm saying? And Cam very intelligent, Chameleon a very intelligent dude. So you know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean. You give him a chance to drop some gems, he will. So you know,
So I got it.
yeah. Hmm.
Now, so my question, because I never met Cam, but my thing is, you
Yeah.
was at the height of your career, and then you just smooth slid off. But now, don't get me wrong, your play was
Hmm.
it was beautiful. You made buku money, but you slid off at the height of the career.
Right.
And now you talk to him. Please tell me and the listeners why.
You saying like for me, like why or
Yeah,
how?
like you talked to him. What made him? Yeah, why? Why did he just say, you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
Oh shoot, because he made $1 gazillion with the tech industry. Shoot, I think that's why, you know what I'm saying. Shit, he ain't have to rap no more. But I ain't gonna lie, he's so nice. He's so nice with the mic. I need to ask him. You know what I'm saying. Like I said, I ain't talked to him in a while. I need to ask him, like, man, where you
Mm-hmm.
been at, man? What's up? Like, I'm a fan too. I got the same questions. You know what I'm saying? I know it's because he done make that bread,
Because
but man, come on, give us something, man. You know what I'm saying?
if, huh?
No, I was just saying, yeah, man, Cam can come on with it. We all as fans, we all missing him. Come on with it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel the same way you do. He's come on
Did,
back. You know what I mean?
didn't he come out with a Facts. Didn't he come out with a song or album when it was no cussing or something, or wasn't it like one song or something like that? If you
You know
remember
what? I
that.
think he just dropped a. I think he just dropped an exclusive album. He just dropped an exclusive album that you have to um sign up to chameleonaire.com. You have to sign up to a website.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think he raging against the machine. You know what I'm saying? He ain't trying to go to
Mhm.
Spotify and all that. You feel me? But I
Right,
feel him though.
right.
He powerful enough to play like that. You know what I'm saying? He can go ahead and say, "Hey, I'm gonna go this route." You know what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm still in the hood with it, man. I gotta go
I mean,
on Spotify, Amazon, that there. Let's get it.
mhm. I mean, truth be told, album. I'm gonna say album CD are making a comeback because a
Yeah.
lot of people want the retro, and then the people from that era still like it. But let's be real, streams is it's a robbery. It's pure robbery. But you got to stay
Yeah, it is.
afloat, so you deal with it. If that makes sense. So yeah, everybody going to the
Well,
.coms
yeah.
now, and special drops and exclusives.
Well, you know what?
What you say?
I was having a conversation with somebody. I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. I was thinking, well, you know what? It's kind of a give and take because you got to think. Okay, well, think about it. With the streams,
Hmm.
with the streams, they robbing you up front. You know what I'm saying? But in the long run, it kind of
Hmm.
helps. Let's take a few people like
Hmm.
take the homie Max B. Okay, if it wasn't no
Hmm.
streams, man, he'll be coming home to nada. He'd have been coming home to nothing
Facts, hundred
because
percent.
if all you was going by was physicals, people still jamming your old
Hmm.
physicals. But guess what? You're not making
Hmm.
money from them jamming them old physicals. They just jamming your old
Right.
physicals, and that's it. You coming home and you still broken trying to figure it out. But on the other side with these streams, the same streams they paying you them little pennies for. Shit, if you sitting down and all you got is your old catalog, guess what? The homeboy came home to about 2 million. You feel me?
Hmm.
Just because people still jam your old shit. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, facts.
If it was straight physicals now, he'll have to wait, come back home, get another deal, wait till that sell, and
Hmm.
then get some money. Nah, he coming home to catalog money. And that's what streams, provides. So it's robbery, but it's a sanctuary on the back end. It looked like, you know what I mean. It shows a little love.
Right. Well, that's the entertainment business. Period. That's pro and con. However you want to look at it, it's pro and con, regardless. But what tripped me out about the streams is you have artists as yourself and others who been in the game for plus years, got a catalog, but then you got somebody. It's his first year out, but he figure, oh man, I'm running with the big dogs because I got shit. My first weekend, I did 20,000 streams, and I think that's just the most craziest
Right.
thing. You got the new people coming out, but they right there. So when I type in whatever who's ever name, this person come up, and it's like I've never heard of this dude. He got a nice album, but because his streams is a little more than yours, it's like you competing, but you've been around longer than he was. Where you had the physical copy,
Yeah.
you got the streaming copy, you did this. That's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah. What's weirder than that is when people actually give merit and go by that. Okay, it's one thing for
Hmm.
it to, okay, he got the numbers in it, but then a fan coming, hey, I'm fucking with him. He got that's the
Right.
weirdness. You know what I'm saying? That's when it
Right.
gets weird because,
Facts.
I wouldn't care if, MC Peanut Butter got more followers than Master P. Nigga, that's still Master P. Nigga.
It
That's
is,
still P.
but
That's still the
but it's a
Colonel.
numbers
I
game.
don't know.
Facts.
Yeah, but see,
But it's a numbers
you
game
feel me?
nowadays. It's a numbers game.
Don't get me wrong. It's a numbers game,
Um.
but shoot,
So
them numbers
Magno
lie
leads.
too, though.
What's up?
Now I was gonna say it's a numbers game, but them numbers be lying
Oh,
too.
facts. Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? Boys be buying bots,
Facts.
buying
100%. I
comments,
mean, let's be
buying
real.
shares. Boys be playing. Hey, boys be
Look, bro, I'm
playing
glad you said that.
Autobots. Boys be
Look,
playing Autobots and Decepticons. You feel me? Yeah, man.
and I'm glad you brought that up. I had a YN ask me. He
Yeah.
said, "Bruh, I paid this company X amount of dollars, man. They got me 10,000 followers." I said, "Give it about 2 weeks. Them 10,000 gonna start deleting." He said, "Why?" I said, "They're not real. They bots." He said, "What's a bot?" I said, "Trust me." He called me back like, "Bro, I'm down to 5,000." I told you. It looked good for about a week, didn't
Yeah.
it? I'm glad you brought that up, bro. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, man. And
Um,
that's what people don't understand, man. It's all about impact, man. It's all about impact. You feel me?
facts. So when you decide to step away from Swisher House, it's just Magnos, Magnificent. Are you thinking, let me do my own
Yeah.
label? Let me take my talent and go to somebody else's label? What was you thinking other than being out in the cold?
Shit, man. I was already making my move, man. You know, my brother, he already had a label that he was trying to do. My brother, he rapped, but he was more about doing the business. You know what I'm saying? He just
Okay.
didn't really he just didn't have no artist.
Okay.
And he was like, my brother's a year older than me. My older brother. I have two brothers. My brother Dieter, shout out to Dieter Savar. So my
Okay.
brother was like, shit, man, look, and I already had my new project ready to go, you know, right at the time, you know, when things was going sour. So he was like, man, should just drop it on our label. You know what I'm saying? You can just be co-CEO and just drop it on, drop it on my label. And we'll just go with it from there. And he already had it,
Mm-hmm.
Wildlife Records. So boom, I came out with the new
Okay.
print. And man, it's so, man, I made so much money with
Mm.
that album, with that project, man. So, I just took it all over Texas, man. And shoot, it did good, man. Shoot. Back door, new print 1.7. Boom, did good.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And we just started dropping projects from that point on, man. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I didn't look back. You know what I'm saying? I never was I never had any ill will or nothing towards Swisher House. I always been a fan, always gonna be a fan. You know what I'm saying? So I just took my opportunity given and just ran with it. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, and it ended up being good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So in 2026, where we at right now? What we got going on?
Shoot, right now, man, we just coming
What
off
you,
the heels of dropping the album Pop Trunk Music.
okay.
Just
Let's talk
yeah, we
about
just
that.
dropped
Pop
Pop Trunk
trunk
Music.
music. What kind of features we got?
Yeah, man.
What features
I
we
didn't
got on
want to
there and
go.
producers?
Well, I did the whole album's exclusively produced by the homie 12 G's, man. 12 G's on the beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my partner. He from San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So he did the whole album, man. My boy, he got that Texas sound, man. So he did the whole album. As far as the features, I got my boy Tom
Okay.
Tom on there. I got that boy Highway
Okay.
Yellow. You know what I'm saying? Big Tiger. You know what I'm saying? AKA Big Tight. You know what I'm saying? From the original
Okay.
Swisher Highs. I got Lester Roy on there from the original Swisher Highs. You know what I'm saying? Then I got my boy Kid the Great
Mm-hmm.
on there. You know what I'm saying? He be rapping and he a vocalist. He be singing. You know what I'm saying? I got him on there. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Going hard on the hook.
That's what's up.
You feel me? Yeah, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got part two about to drop. I done already, laid everything down. All I got to do now is just go get it mastered. You feel me? And that album
Okay.
ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, got a couple of more albums in the safe. I already got them recorded, just ready to drop. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it
Okay.
Naughty. That, you know what I'm saying? That's one of them. And then I got another one. Yeah. Letting these boys know we keeping it Naughty, man. You know what I'm saying? Then I got another one. You know what I'm saying? No begging, straight legging. You feel me? That's what we doing, man. We finna
Mm-hmm.
walk this game down. You feel me? We ain't doing no begging. We ain't doing no handouts or nothing like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We just finna put in the leg work. No begging, straight legging. Leg work. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nasty North
I'm a
style. You feel me?
honestly, that sound like a song to me. What would you saying? Keeping it North? Yeah, that sound like a song to me. You want the truth?
Oh
I'm about
yeah.
to go ahead and
Yeah,
record
that's a
that.
track too. Yeah, that's a track on there. Keeping it Northy. That's a track on there.
Ne- Keeping it North.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
man. Yeah, keeping it Northy, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it, you know. Keeping it Northy for me is basically just you know, we real blue collar over here, man. You know, real hard workers
Mm-hmm.
over here, real blue collar. You know what I'm saying? Get it out the mud type. You know what I'm saying? You know, type niggas that, hey, you might wear the same shirt 2, 3 days in a row because we so busy working, we grinding and hustling. You know what I'm
Grind
saying?
mode, boy. They don't
Yeah,
know nothing about that.
nasty no.
Stop. They don't know nothing about that.
Hey,
Stop telling them about that.
you know what I'm saying?
What was
Yeah,
the
man.
what was the inspiration behind paint dripping?
Yeah, man. You know,
The
just a
song paint
ode to
dripping.
the slab culture, man. You know, the slab culture
Mm-hmm.
here in H Time, man, is like no other. You feel me? You know, we take them grandmama cars and switch them around. You feel me? Make them something
Mm-hmm.
to stare at. You feel me? You know, the youngsters they
Mm-hmm.
still doing their thing with the new bodies and stuff, but the real essence, the real essence of the slab culture. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull out some that's from them 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Some
Facts.
some big throwback, you know, big throwbacker. You know what I'm talking about? And you know,
Mm-hmm.
some with that metal, with that iron bumper. You know what I'm saying? That bumper got to be iron. You feel me? I got some.
Right.
I got something right out here right now, iron bumper. You feel me? Been had it for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I done had a few of them. You feel me? So it got to be something like that, man. You know, had that motor
Mm-hmm.
talking. You know what I'm saying? Had a muffler in the back slobbing. Yeah.
If you had an opportunity, what would old Magno say in what would new Magno now in 2026 say to old Magno in 2000, let's say 2005, 2003? What could you say to yourself, or what would you say to yourself?
Man, I'll just say, hey man, keep being yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of fakery, a lot of phonery. You feel me? A lot of bullshittery. You feel me? But just stay on your pivot though. Don't travel. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about the whistle being blown. Just stay on your pivot. You know what I mean? And you know, stay the
Mm-hmm.
course. That's what I would tell him. You know, and he'll listen too because he gonna listen to good game. That's how I always been. If it's real, I'ma listen. And I'll be like,
Facts.
yeah. But I wish I had that. I
Facts.
wish I had somebody to tell me that, man, because it was hard to stay the course, man. But ultimately, I did, though. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I would tell them. Hey, man,
Mm-hmm.
just keep doing what you're doing, man. But just keep the faith, because a lot of times I did lose faith.
I can dig that. We all been down that path, bro. And somebody from the outside pull your coattail and you get back at it again, bro. That's facts on that
Yeah,
one. Um,
word.
if you had a bucket list, give me two entertainers you want to do songs with. If you had a bucket list, who you got? Two features.
Mm, damn. Damn. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A bucket list. That's a good one. Shoot, you know, I like to do. I'll do one with Mac from No Limit because that's what inspired my style a
Ooh.
lot. Probably Mac from No Limit,
Ooh.
and then
Okay. Okay.
uh, mm, who else? I'll just say Master P just because you know that'll be just a bucket list for real. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think my style
Right,
just
right.
go with P like that. But man, that's the Colonel. You know what I'm talking about? That's the Colonel,
But
man. So
but
yeah,
let's
that's my
be
favorite
real
rapper
though.
though.
I mean, that's evident. I can tell. I mean, P was it. I mean,
Man, I
not
cook
even
for
not
P.
being
I
funny.
cook for
I'm
P
gonna
rap.
go. I'm gonna go back to Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me, the first TRU. Yeah,
Yeah, man,
I've been
P
messing with
go
P for a
hard,
long time. What's the
man.
other song? 99 Ways to Die. Yeah. But a lot of
99
times
Ways to
P
Die,
style didn't go
yeah.
with everybody, but it worked.
Mama's bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I fuck with P, man. I fuck with P. See,
Right.
I'm so much of a fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see myself doing the song with P like that. I don't even see I can be on that level.
Yeah.
I'm so much of a fan of P.
Nah.
Like that's thinking too far. You know, and what's so crazy? I done been on songs with people that done been on a song with P. You know, but that just P just
Man,
think
we're gonna
too.
make that happen. Tap in, P.
Big
Yeah,
Colonel.
bro.
Boy, I had P on the album. That was
Man. You know
dope.
what, man? Bro, listen, I'm surprised P ain't came with none. It's 2026. We do need a nice old Colonel album song for real, for real.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
think P
Hey,
even
P
into
hard,
music no more.
man. Man, P did that. He came out with a mixtape, that 5K mixtape with it. He had like,
Mm-hmm.
collabs with everybody. Man, P still
Mm-hmm.
hard. Man, P still hard, man. Shouts out to P, man.
Facts. Can we get a re-release of the collection plate?
Man,
Is
I
that
be thinking
possible?
about it sometimes. I mean, I don't know, it's still a Swisher Highs project. You know what I'm saying? So now
Mm-hmm.
things will be technical now that the boss, has passed, but or one of the bosses has passed. But
Right.
man, I came out with Collection Plate Part 2, the album. A lot of people like that. That's the one with
Okay.
Magnificent by the Cash and on that, and a few other, straight out of Houston and Kid with the Arch and a few more
Mm-hmm.
songs. But man, sometimes I be thinking about doing another uh collection plate, the first one, the style of that. But people don't really just rap
Mm-hmm.
on the instrumentals like they used to no more. So I don't know,
Right.
man. I don't know. I was thinking about doing another collection
Man,
plate installment, like a collection plate 3, you know, but to really do it in the essence
mm-hmm.
of the original one, I have to do the instrumentals. And I don't know, man. I mean, if people ask for it, then
Right.
I wouldn't mind doing it. But everybody, they doing it's all original beats now, man. So it's kind of hard to do that and still
Right.
keep the essence
Well,
of.
right. Well, the reason I said that because me being from that same area you from, a lot of albums and
Mhm.
mixtapes come out. If you missed it, you missed it. In
Right,
story. It wasn't no reprint. It was over. That's why I said, can we get
right.
that back
That's
out? Because I
true.
know you put that out. People go attract to it because they want to hear it. And they like, okay, what did he sound like back then? Okay, let me hear that. And let's be real, man. The newer generation, they love the old stuff with the chopped and screwed, as well as everything going on in that era. And it's coming back, but they can't find it. They got to go to YouTube. They might get a video or two or somebody pop it up. That's why I brought that up,
Yeah,
because I know
yeah.
people out there want it. It's just they not asking, but I
Oh,
know
it's
for a
on
fact
Spotify.
it's a demand for the
Hey,
a
it's
lot
on
of
it's on Spotify
a
though.
lot of artists are
It's
starting to
on that
bring out
Spotify.
okay,
Yeah, it's
okay,
on
I'm
there.
gonna check that out. Definitely. Because I
Yeah,
know
it's on there. Collection
shit,
plate. The first
Dipset
one's
just
on
released all their
Spotify.
mixtapes from back then. Okay.
Yeah, man, all that stuff. Yeah, them
So
them
are
old
we
mixtapes. They on there.
uh, are we acting? We got other products in the play. We brand ambassador. What are we doing, man? Talk to me. What else we got going other than the music?
Man, shoot, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a rapper's rapper, man. I don't give a fuck about doing shit else but rapping. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about no
Rapping.
acting. Fuck that whole ass shit. That shit is cool, but
Hey
man,
man.
fuck that shit. I'm a rapper, man. I'm a rapper. I hate when niggas be like,
Straight to
man,
the
I
money.
ain't no rapper.
Straight to
I
the
ain't no
money.
rapper. Well, move out the way and let me rap then. I like to rap. So, hey, because I hate when niggas be like, man, I ain't no rapper. I'm a street nigga. I don't rap. Well, Well, go back to the street and let me rap. Get out the way and let me rap so I can get some of this money. You feel me? I'm a rapper. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to do no acting. I ain't trying to sell no liquor. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? Once I conquer that,
Nothing.
then
Straight,
hey, what's up?
straight wax. I
Yeah,
can dig that.
man. I'm straight rap, man. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? Once I get that conquered, then we can do some other, because with rap, hey, I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting 4 or 5 streams of income just with that. So hey, let's conquer this. You
Facts.
feel me? That's what you know. Yeah, I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm my own publisher. You know what I'm saying? I'm my own writer. Shoot, if I go do a
Oh yeah,
show,
you
that's my
guarantee
money.
checks then.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Shoot, MLC, Sound Exchange, man. I'm getting 4 or 5 streams, man. I'm not tripping. You know what I'm saying? Let's
So
conquer
you
that.
eating.
Let's keep that going. Yes, sir. When your
Right. If it
business,
ain't
hey,
broke,
when
don't
you got
fix
your
it.
business in order, hey, and that's a lesson to all the
Mm-hmm.
young artists. If you got your business in order, yeah, man, you're gonna be seeing checks coming every other month. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's why a lot of people, hey, let me go to do this, let me do that. That's cool, but if you do music right, shoot, it's 4 or 5 streams just within music. You know, feel me? And that's game.
Facts. Facts.
You feel me? Yeah,
Um, what you think about the Houston culture right now as we speak? What you think about it?
man, it's at an all-time high, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's coming back. I feel like a lot of, for the last few years, people was kind of getting drug into either doing drill or, this
Mm-hmm.
other, there's other people cultures, you know what I'm saying? And now people starting
Mm-hmm.
to realize, hey man, this H time, man, we got a specific culture for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And people is going back to that. And
Facts.
people's coming back to that. You know what I'm saying? And I can remember when the older
Mm-hmm.
artists such as myself, when we were still doing music, still doing the people was like, oh man, that's played out. Da, da, da. Now people is coming back to it because they realize, no, that's what it is. That's how we do it. If you go to the West Coast, you ain't finna tell them,
Yeah.
they washed up or played out for still talking about gang banging. No, that's still part of their culture. So
Right.
you can't say, "Oh man,
Right.
y'all
Timeless
washed up.
classic.
Y'all still talking about." Yeah, yeah. Some people be like, "Oh man, you washed up. Y'all still talking about candy painting swangers." That's because we still ride candy painting swangers. We still ride that. That's what we still doing. So
Facts.
that's what makes it relevant.
Houston. Houston. Look, I love Houston culture. I love Houston to death. It is its own island. Once you get into Houston, what you see
Yeah,
on TV is there. It ain't no fabricated.
yeah.
It's
That's what we
there. The
do.
the the, the wheels stick out to the grass. All that is there.
Yeah,
Facts.
straight up,
Uh,
man. That's our culture, man. That's how we get down, man. Candy paint, man. Candy paint with the giraffe necks. You feel me? Yeah, we coming down like that, man.
mm-hmm.
Sticking out the lane. You feel me? With the trunk in the air. You dig? So that's
What you
just our
think about
culture, man. And now yeah, go ahead.
what you think about where the new artists are saying, why don't the older artists put us on or help us out? What is your opinion on that? Kind of like they don't give an olive branch or nothing. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that could be something. You know what I mean? I just feel like it's just a generation gap. And I feel that, you know, we
Okay.
just have to do a better job of closing that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's starting to happen now. As far as uh,
Okay.
a lot of our older, a lot of our older artists here in H Town. I ain't gonna lie, man. Our young artists here, they show us our respect, man. They give us our
Okay.
respect.
That's what's
You
up.
know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. It may be I've heard, young artists feel like that it might be a little gatekeeping going on, and that's just the culture of, in the music industry, and I feel that's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's always a
Facts.
level of gatekeeping, and it's everywhere and in every industry. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's always gonna be
Fact.
some gatekeeping. But what I will say is, man, hey, our artists, our young artists, the young hot dudes that be, that's doing their thing, they always
Mm-hmm.
respectful, always show love. You know what I'm saying? Your fast lane, sauce walkers. they always show love to the OG artists, man. They always respect. You know what I'm saying? Like all of them,
Mm-hmm.
man. So and once again, that goes back to the culture down here in Texas and H-Town. Just being player, man. You know what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm.
raised by not just our mamas and daddies, but our grandparents down here too. So that's where that southern
Mm-hmm.
hospitality comes from. That being player. You know what I'm saying? Not no pushover, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people come down here and think because people hold the door for you and speak to you that you know something sweet. No, ain't nothing like that. You'll get your forehead caved in. You know what I'm saying? So just understand, it's just folk that just we just got that old time
Right.
raising. That's just how we just that's that old time raising, how we raise. You know what I'm saying? To where we still could be player.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow up, get you some money, you rich, you famous, but get what? Still be player though. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Still keep it real. When you're around your people,
Facts.
still keep it real. Yeah. So it's good, man. That's one thing.
Facts,
That's what
man.
keep
Shout out to
everybody
TSF,
grounded.
man.
Oh yeah, big shout out, man. That's what
Mm-hmm.
keep everybody. That's what keep everybody grounded, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause we got shoot these young dudes. Hey man, they respectful. You know what I'm saying? But hey, they real too, man. So that's why I say,
Mm-hmm.
people come from out of town and they'll think something sweet just because you know, young dudes is respectful and they showing love and all that. Nah, man, it's just our culture, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's about being played. Yes, sir.
Facts. Facts. What was I about to say? Slipped my mind, man. Anyway, it definitely slipped my mind. Um, on your label, do we got any new artists we can look out for and get ready to listen to? What you got for us? Any new artists on your label?
Man, sure. I've been working with the same dudes, man. My boy Acres Home 4, man. You know what I'm saying? And then KG Cash, and then my boy Lil Squeak, man. Together they make up the Black Pits. You know what I'm saying? So,
Okay.
shoot, they've been holding it down with me since they was pups, you know what I'm saying? We just been,
Okay.
boys then, either had to go to jail and come, had to sit down a little bit and came back, got back down. Shoot, hey, we still here though. You feel me? We done had little hiccups here and there. You know what I'm saying? Little hurdles to jump.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, we still here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to them boys though, man. KG Cash, Acres Home 4. That boy Lil Squeak, man.
That's
Boy
what's up.
still in the mix. You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Be on the lookout. We got a wildlife compilation that's gonna be dropping too. You know what I'm saying? Acres Home 4, he got his album dropping. You know what I'm saying?
We got
So,
any shows coming up or anything? Any? Okay.
man, we got some shows coming up. I don't want to just rattle off no dates or nothing, but man, we always got stuff. Always got some
Okay.
shows coming up. Always got events. You know what I'm saying? I'm always popping up at events. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get up there and at least give me about 2 or 3 tracks in. You know what I'm saying? And get off and then do some networking, man. So that's what it be.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Be grinding like that, and then shoot, really just promoting everything. Promoting the rollout for this new album on the cool. Cause we're talking about doing something possibly at the South by Southwest too. You know what I'm saying? So that's coming up. So man, we're just working, man. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, we got something coming up in Waco, but like I said, I don't want to shout out no dates and it be the wrong ones. Like, shit, blame the mind, not the grind, man.
Okay. Let everybody know where to all your social media, where to get your streamings. Let everybody know what to do when they want that Magno in their ear. Let them know where to go.
Already, man. Hey, check it out. Whenever you want that new music, man, all you gotta do is all my music's on all the streaming services, man. I don't care if it's YouTube, Amazon, iTunes, it don't matter,
I
man.
got to
It's on
excuse you,
all of
man. This
that,
internet
man.
be acting up, man.
Already.
What you saying? What's the social media and everything, bro?
Yeah, man. Y'all check me out on that social media, man. Magno_music. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, my bad. Magno_you heard. You feel me? at Magno _ you heard. That's on that IG, man. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And then
Yeah,
at
you can hear
Magno
me.
page, Magno. Yeah, you can hear me? You can hear me? You hear me?
Yeah, we got to do that all over. Straight was free. Yeah, you got to do that one more
For
time
sure.
for
That's
us.
cool. Ready right now?
Shoot that off one more again for us, bro. Because it's there. It said he was acting up. Had you
Okay,
build a
it's cool.
mannequin challenge and whatnot.
It's all good, man.
Yeah,
For
say that one
sure,
more time
man.
for him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check me out, man, on that Magno IG. On that IG, man, it's gonna be at Magno _ you heard. You feel me? Check me out on that Twitter, man. At Magno page. MAGNOPAGE. You feel me? Yeah. I mostly be on that IG though, man. I mostly be on that, man. Y'all check me out on that IG. You know what I'm saying? At Magno you heard. _ you heard.
Dig that.
Yeah. You got it.
Definitely. Well, shit, man, I'll be up in, yeah, I'll be up in Houston in about 2 weeks, man. I definitely want to pull up on you, man. I got something for you, bro. So when I touch down, we'll definitely be hitting your line.
Man, that's what it is, brother. I appreciate it, dog. Yes, sir. So appreciate it.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I appreciate it too, man. Yeah, let me know. You hear me?
That's what I appreciate you, bro. We gonna definitely get it together, bro. Like I
For
said, when I
sure, for sure.
get up, as soon as I touch down, I'm hit your line. I'm gonna be up there for about
For sure. Let me know, man.
3 days, and I'm gonna pull up on you and all that. We gonna go from there. I appreciate
For sure. Let me know. We get it together.
to cop them new
100.
Magno projects. Get the old ones if y'all not hit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, listen to the
For
man.
sure. Y'all get it.
And the man got something to say. He definitely keep it player. He keep it H
Yes,
Town for
sir.
you. So believe
Right
that.
here, man.
What you say, bro?
Letting them know right here to go to the album right here, man. Make sure they get it. The album right here. All
Okay, bro. I'll definitely be in touch. I appreciate it.
right, 100.
There a couple technical difficulties, but it'll be all right. That's just how the game play. So man, definitely hey yo, we back at it again, man. We had a little technical difficulty. But shout out to Magno Magnificent for coming on. Definitely shout out to Fix Your Face Entertainment. Shout out to B Fetty and everybody. Rap a lot. Me and West rap a lot. Everybody, man. Houston. Shout out to Mike D. Screwed Up Click 5 with everybody. Man, look, y'all get ready. We got Imperial Clothing coming. Y'all know we got the liquor coming. Shout out to Carolina Made Beverage. You see what I'm saying? You know, definitely get y'all some of that. And man, stay working with me, man. Rain Rockstar. IG, Facebook. You know what I'm saying? TikTok be rain_4977. And on YouTube is me. Y'all need some interviews. Brandon, man, y'all stay following like podcast and Prio Radio coming soon too. And I gotta go.